And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, on Shakuras, Plateau, starting in the lower right-hand corner. In the blue, the Arizona area player, it is STS, ex-STS, now XO Gaming's Strykerz. His opponent is going to be the purple Terran in the upper left-hand corner. He's on a tear right now. Hopefully, Strykerz can stop him for XO's sake, but for Triumph Esports' sake, he wants to continue. It is the purple Terran, Korlith. I kind of lost my train of thought and then carried on anyway. I know. Wow, both players going with a forward supply depot. That definitely tells us that they're probably both going 1 Rax expand. Probably. Doesn't, of course, necessarily have to mean that, but it can. Ooh, wow. We definitely have to correct this thing. It's on the wrong sides, guys. It is not 1 to 3. It is 3 to 1. Boom. Alright. That should be much better. So I don't get that bio break that I was dreaming of. But it's okay. Because esports carries on. And what's happening? It's a Rax, but in an interesting location. Almost like he's trying to make Strykerz nervous. He will scout it out here pretty easily. I'll also check the gas timing and see that, in fact, gas was taken fairly early where he has not, he being Strykerz. Strykerz putting down the bunker on the low ground before he even begins to expand. I wonder if we're looking at... Scratch that. I think he laid the bunker down when he couldn't find the rack sort of way. Definitely Strykerz, I'm going to say, playing at a very high APM right now. Yep, pretty high APM for the beginning of the game. I think he feels a lot of pressure to come back. Totally see that. Also going to mess with this one last time, I hope. That's it. The last time I want to deal with you. I want to watch Starcraft. Gas is being taken by Korlith. He does have, guess what, Hellions on the way. Command center for Strykerz is way ahead of Korlith, but there's a Reaper. There's a Reaper. Wandering around the map, little Reaper. And the Hellion is also on the way. I wonder if his plan is to do a dual harass here. Poke at the front with the Hellion while bringing up the Reaper from the rear. Ooh, he's actually already up, and Strykerz sees it. He is responding, and the Hellion actually is just controlling the center of the map. Would have had an opportunity to poke in and maybe kill one SCV. Reaper does, at the very least, manage to get a lot of scouting done, but poor little guy will die without killing a soul. Poor little man. Lots of Marines out there. Stim is already started for Strykerz. Meanwhile, more Hellions and more Reapers being made by Korlith. He just really wants to be a pain. Oh my goodness. This is weird. It's a weird way to start the game. It's being effective though because Strykerz went with a pretty early command center. Ooh, actually supply blocking himself kind of significantly there. That is unfortunate because he was technically ahead for just a few moments, but now he is not really anymore. Command center is still very, very delayed, and now we have Cloak Banshee coming up behind a Hellion drop, Reaper harass. Oy vey, Korlith pulling out all the stops in his TVT, wants to be the most annoying TVT are known to man. The Marines and Marauders are fairly nicely positioned, moving back and forth, staying active. Combat Shield is finally on the way. Took a little bit for that. Reapers and Hellions have entered the base of Strykerz. Strykerz sees it. He's got his Marines reacting. What does he focus down first? Let's see. Actually takes out most of the Reapers. Okay, there we go. Most of the Reapers. None of the Hellions dying. The medevac barely taking any damage at all. There is the bunker at the front, but only with 2 Marines in it. I really, really wish Korlith had timed this out and waited for his Banshee to arrive, or if he had attacked in 2 locations at once. I'm not quite sure why he decided to bring the Reapers and Hellions into the exact location. In fact, the exact same location that his first Hellion was at, and now he's trying to sneak around. I like that a little bit better. The NG bays are down. Dual NG bay not being very effective at the moment for Strykerz, who is actually about to be supply blocked again. It's very sad. He was supply blocked earlier. No, there he goes. He just finished the supply depot. That's good. The Hellions dropped, picked back up almost immediately. Banshee arriving behind that. So the Marines were pulled slightly out of position. Oh, and Korlith is forced to expose the fact that he's got a cloak. I don't know why those Marauders stimmed over there. That was a little funny. Missile turret trying to be constructed. It's not. Ooh, actually a waste of a second stim and a second scan. So this Banshee is going to end up getting to pay for itself. It's got 7 kills, so it pays for itself plus stim. Also has wasted 520. I don't know. Wasted a lot of minerals there with 2. Yeah, it's more than a 10 kill Banshee now. It's 11. He's a sergeant. It's 12. He's going to become a captain. Oh, no, actually getting a little bit too close, being within range of the detector over there. But we got Marines, Banshees, and tanks out for Korlith, who's ahead by 20 supply-ish. Oh, wow. We had Hellions in the expansion. So thus far, we've got 20 workers killed. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. The harass is all over the place, but only a 450 supply difference, and that really wouldn't be so bad if this was not happening. 42 to 26, and now we got another harassment attempt coming around the long way. Doesn't even need to, as there's been no attempt by Strykerz thus far to control these Zelnaga towers. Admittedly, I'm rooting for him a little bit here, as I'm an Arizona boy, and so is he. But I don't know. This Reaper is going to see that his Bioforce is moving out, and Korlith is probably licking his lips. These Banshees come in, waste a shot on a refinery, but now they're starting to get some kills in. There's only 2 Marines back there to help out. Strykerz is really caught in an awkward position. He's going to end up losing this refinery, the missile turret not being too effective at preventing this. Thus far, he's not pulling his army back, though. He's stubbornly sticking it out there. He's going to just let his refineries die. He's going to only harvest from those lower areas. I like the fact that he's not overreacting, but I do wish that he had done something. Scan going down, tanks being repositioned, missile turrets being finished up as Korlith sees what's happening. The missile turrets doing a lot of damage. The tanks being in pretty good position. The powering, the auto turret actually worth its weight in gold in a situation like that. Lots of tanks do die, but Strykerz is still behind by about 30 supply. Well, let's check on those Banshees. What happened to them? Oh, they were finally taken out by the Vikings, it looks like. And Strykerz is kind of putting himself up into the corner. Wants to potentially harass again in the future, but there's a Viking searching for him, and he needs to run. Oh, no. No. Oh, sad face. Strykerz is going to try and land what he can. Doesn't get to land anything at all. 2 medevacs do manage to get out of a very awkward situation. There you guys are. Hello. Hello, Banshees with 3 kills and only 4 kills, actually. I thought they would do more than that. This game has stabilized. Sensor tower going down for Korlith. Third command center nowhere to be seen for Strykerz just yet. Korlith with his about halfway done, and he's really keeping his money below 500. He's doing a good job with that. Strykerz actually skyrocketing a bit with that. He's doing a good job keeping his army and his units active on the map. Now he sees that the sensor tower is down. I don't think he's got a plan to do anything about it. Korlith deciding to push out across the middle. Strykerz is aware of it. Unfortunately, the Bioforce can't get in from behind and do the crazy amount of damage he was hoping. Or maybe not, because it takes out a lot of tanks so far. The Hellions do come back to help out. They get taken out as well. Man, those Marauders being very, very good for Strykerz, who now has exactly evened up the resources lost tab. So he's being fairly effective with those units. He still, however, has not even vaguely caught up in the workers tab, especially with this third and then this fourth command center on the way. Oh, we got an attack going down. The tanks were caught unsieged. Strykerz, well done. It really feels like he should be losing this game about now, but he's done a fantastic job, like I was saying, staying active. No Vikings over Army equals Strykerz dropping on top. Sorry that we missed that, everybody, but the SCVs are still a little low. They're getting closer. They're getting better. 40. So let's check out that army supply right now. 55-59 Strykerz with the higher army supply because of the lower worker count. Korlith still hasn't moved out to establish that third. Finally is, and he's coming down his ramp now as well, laying out some forward missile turrets, definitely meching his way forward. And a poor little guy died. Alien Banshee tank. Yeah, that's a lot of gas. Oh, I don't know. Strykerz is a little bit low on his air support, but he's also establishing his third at essentially the same time as Korlith is. So even though he's 20 supply behind, right now he's still very, very much in this game. Korlith with actually 0-0 upgrades on his mech, whereas the Bioforces are 0-2. That +2 attack with combat shield, stim, and medevacs, making these units a lot more cost-effective than they may otherwise be. Oh, look at that saturation, though. Boom. Boom. Not quite the same for Strykerz, who is staying about a solid 20 supply behind. Now we get the leapfrog of sensor towers happening. Strykerz are just threatening on the edge. Viking Banshee, Hellion Raven against Marine Marauder. Viking medevac, but mostly Marine Marauder. And there's some Hellions ready to either do a run by or something else more interesting, perhaps a sandwich. Strykerz is content thus far to not go anywhere. He's getting a pretty decent spread, but he's got no tank support here, and Korlith is slowly but surely moving these tanks forward. I like it so much, the patience, the mind-numbing patience that it takes to very, very slowly move a tank army forward. I'm sorry, I'm loving this, guys. I have not seen TVT in a while. It feels like. Blue Flame. Finally. Infernal Pre-Igniter, that is, on the way. Tanks being leapfrogged. Oh, nice little catch there. Very well done. Strykerz doesn't even take a single shell from those tanks. Picks up tank for free. Checking out the gas intake of both players right now. Oh my goodness, lots more command centers on the way, as Korlith is very used to meching. It seems he's perfectly prepared to abandon. Something I don't like that Strykerz has decided to do is, in essence, occupy the middle of the map, not trying to split his opponent at all. And now we have some Hellions that were getting quite a few kills down at that third base, and they're all the way back in the main. That Pre-igniter, that blue flame. Lots and lots of kills, 38